our pick and then drink it.
Good point.
Because you're going to get a lot out of that. Because this is one of the best noses I've ever had on a whiskey. Is our pick. Yeah, it is outstanding. Yeah.
Number 1 and 2 sweet, a good bit on
Yeah. Yeah. I always want to say maple when I get that, like that rich sweet smell.
See, there's so much of like.
But then the number 2 is not, like, I get that out of this one, but not this one. This one's a different, you know what I mean?
This has so much dark fruit.
Oh, dude, it's crazy, yeah. It's crazy. It's one of the best picks. It's one of the best samples I've ever tasted in my life. It was outstanding. I'll tell you what, 3, well, yeah, we'll just drink it and we'll talk about it.
I remember,
I'm gonna hide a bottle of that pick somewhere in a closet to where when I'm older I find it on accident and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna drink this whole thing today. Yeah.
Very in your backyard.
I'm gonna drink the whole thing. But that R sample, or R pick from last year, that finish is long and lingering. Like, it's not aggressive at one time. It just stays.
It's not
like that. You know what I mean?
If I could be honest, it's my favorite pick that we've done.
Oh,
I'm just saying because that was the first one I did with you guys. It really is my favorite.
It's
But
outstanding.
that being said, and I think that we all love Wild Turkey product. We know that there's enough going on with that one to where like an amateur coming in here, that's not the first thing I'm throwing in front of them.
Yeah.
It's
It's complex.
Yeah, there's a lot to it, which all these have too, and that's I want to keep within that.
Yeah.
Right, like we want to keep it interesting with our specific picks.
For sure.
Yeah.
For
There's
everyone
stuff,
to geek out with us.
I'm happy to have stuff on the shelf that is like, okay, well, this isn't for like your everyday Dick and Jane that come in and are like, I'm not a whiskey drinker. What did I like? And you're just like, all right.
Yeah, a whiskey sour.
Yeah, you gold rush.
It's like, that's not accessible. Just like, here's a 2-ounce pour of this. You'll love it.
Right,
You
one
know?
time starting you off, first time drinking.
But that's what's so great about this product is you can use it in so many ways. It has enough proof for the people that really love proof and they want to taste proof. That's so hot right now in the market. Barrel proof, barrel strength. It is so hot right now. And so this has enough proof to stand up to any of them, but it has enough proof to stand up on a cube and has more than enough proof to stand up in a cocktail.
Yeah.
So across the board, you can do anything with a Russell's 10.
all right. 3 came back all around again.
Came back full circle.
Yeah.
The nose on it, so the nose, when you nose our pick from last year and you nose that number 3, doesn't something just jump? Like it just jumps out at you.
Gotta go back. I was like, so I went back through. I liked that 115.2 the second time around a lot.
Yeah.
And then I liked it less now.
Yeah.
I added a little more water.
Yeah, sure.
And then that 120.4 got back in the game
Oh, it's
hardcore.
back in the game. Well, and now you know why that water's had time to sit.
Yeah.
It's opened up. It's done all the scientific exothermal, blah blah blah. Like it does whatever the guys say. It's opened up and it's rounded out. You know, it takes a second.
Here's what I'll say too. Like trying ours last year against number 2, I feel like number 2 fell a little flat.
Yeah.
Trying it number 1, it didn't fall flat. I kind of knew what was going to happen there. Number 3 is still standing up on its own and has just enough similarities to me to our new one, but it has just enough nuance. It's different enough.
It's
to where
definitely different.
People aren't gonna be like, oh, they just picked. It's still the same Russell. Like, don't know. This was
No,
the
it's
first
different.
one.
Yeah, it's different.
It's been dittoed.
It's different. Well, that's the single best part about this. There's no such thing.
Right.
Everything's gonna have its own unique flavor. So here's how we finish, right? Like nose, palate, finish, uniqueness, right? There's a website. The one we always look at, Breaking Bourbon. That's what they do. It's nose, palate, finish, and then what the wild card,
makes you think about it after you're done drinking it?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So that's, you got, I think, what can we go ahead and eliminate off the bat? Is there anything to?
Yeah, I guess I was liking it until that.
I think trying it against our pick from last time, I think it just falls flat. I think two's out of the running.
I think it is like too loud.
Yeah,
Too loud.
I was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you.
And not that like a loud whiskey is a bad thing,
No,
but
sure.
like when we're slapping our name on it, I want it to be beautiful and strong and stand next to
I
the
agree.
past pick.
It's the only thing that's been going like
Up and down, up and down.
Teetering on the
like
edge.
on a.
Your opinion has gone peaks and valleys on that one.
I still like it a lot, but I feel like it's like ever so slightly
Yeah.
following the graph.
Well, and I think that's what a lot of people don't understand about
I've
these,
teetered between.
about these
Yeah.
picks is like we're sitting here. Every one of these is awesome.
Yeah.
That's the hard part about it. Is like you have to jump straight into it and start beating up something that's delicious.
Right.
And it's like
I know.
no, they're
It's-
all amazing, but you got to
Yeah.
be so nitpicky, and it's so hard to do. You got to do it quick. Because if you wait too long, you're drunk.
Are we good? Are we good?
I
Pulling
prefer-
number two?
I'm good. I'm
I
good
got it.
pulling number two.
I got it.
All right, number two's out of the running.
Yeah.
Everyone good with that?
Two's
Okay.
out.
I got a.
Two's
I-
out.
So what is it about one? So I mean, underlying here, I think there's a lot going for number three right now. But
I think number
what's
one-
what is it about number one that gets it to the final?
I think number one wins on the nose for me.
That's nice.
I really do think it wins on the nose for
It
me.
smells
between the
great.
two.
It does.
It smells like. I mean, it smells like really good. Wild
It's
Turkey.
getting. I think that's why I like it because I've dropped enough water in it now.
Yeah.
that it's
Now
like,
your proof's down. Yeah.
My
Yeah.
my favorite thing is Wild Turkey 80.
Oh my God! You can
However,
throw a
it's
bottle.
like,
Yeah,
you know.
bottle it.
I'll say, I really do think it wins on the nose for me. However, I will say it holds its own, but I feel like number three is winning in the rest of the categories.
For everything
Yeah.
else.
Yeah, so it has a
Yeah.
slightly
You got. Yeah.
better nose
There's
to me.
4 categories we're judging.
Yeah,
right?
so it has a slightly better nose to me. Like I always love
Yeah.
that like
Oh, dude.
mapley sweet nose on
Dude,
it.
it has like
Yeah.
that thick maple syrup.
Yeah,
Yes,
and
it
that's,
is awesome.
that's just what I love to smell because that just invites you to drink it.
Yeah.
So it's got a little bit more of that, but then if you go palate, if you go finish, if you go uniqueness, I think three is edging it out on all three of those categories.
What were you about to say, Caroline?
When I said like number one versus number two was like toast versus graham crackers, I feel like I changed it from toast to like a pie crust, just a crust though, without like the bells and whistles of anything else.
Yeah, sure.
And I don't just want to eat a pie crust.
Yeah, I know.
You know?
And that was from one, you said?
I want the rest of the dessert.
Do the whole pie?
Yeah, you're talking about number one.
Number one.
Number one. And well, tell me about three then.
Number three, I just feel like is really interesting.
Yeah.
And I like the bite of it, and I definitely think dropping it down to 110 is going to be really nice, and still pick up all those interesting different flavors that aren't in the other ones, and it's very different from the first pick.
Yeah.
And like if I was doing a taste like doing next to each other, they're so different, but they're both fucking awesome. So
Yeah,
Yes.
awesome.
it's really cool.
Yeah.
You can cuss. This is a rated R station.
See,
This is Paddock.
Yeah, this is the fucking
now,
Paddock, all right?
smelling number three now that it's like really been sitting out and stuff,
Yeah.
it's like, and this is not at all of them bad. It smells like your dad's old leather chair.
Yeah.
Like that,
Aw.
like that, like broken in, like
I love that.
I think
There's a couch for us.
I think you're right. I mean, for me, like, I think the first one it's really great. But number three, for me, in my palate, it checks every box. The color is dope. I even
Yeah.
like the nose better because of what you just said. Like, that number one smells like, if you gave me that at a bar, I would order a lot of it. Like,
That's what I'm saying. I
number one, but then if you go to three, it's like, I really want to order a lot of that.
Well-
You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like,
And I want
it's-
to try other things next to it
Oh.
and be like, what you got next?
well,
Like,
I think you get this. I think what's funny is uniqueness is becoming an X factor in this particular pick. This one does all the things that good whiskey should, but also has an extra complexity to the flavor. It is outstanding. I mean, for me, I'm pretty comfortable just going ahead and voting for number three.
Yeah.
I would not be upset if the consensus was one, but I mean,
I feel like we're all in the same boat. Like,
number three is.
I think the perfect way to encapsulate the nose, what you were saying, is like that smells now, like now that it's sat and everything with
Yeah.
ketchup, that smells what I want our leather boots to smell like at the bar.
At the bar.
Like
Well, that's no problem. We
And
just
the leather
spill a bunch of it on there.
Yeah.
Should we do this
Well,
for 11?
yeah.
Like
We
that.
should. We should. This should work really well. What do you think, Reid?
I'm gonna defer, but I think it's probably because I have a Monday palate.
Yeah.
You worked a lot.
But what I like, I think it's, I love number 3.
Yeah.
And what I really like is where Caroline's with it about using it for cocktails.
Oh, yeah.
Number 1 is, and I think it's probably because I've added enough water to everything now. That number 1 is just making it easy on me right now.
Oh, yeah,
and I'm
sure.
kind of like, oh, this is nice. I could just slam this stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's so tasty
It is like
and
that.
light. It's
Yeah.
so it's lighter. You feel the proof more on the number 3, but I could probably add some more water to that.
Yeah.
You know me, like you, I like that rye on the front end.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then I'm a lover of caramel.
I mean, that's-
But
yeah.
and that toastiness, I was kind of just like, I didn't. It kind of like just stayed straight, maybe just went up a little bit as I added water and let it open up more.
Sure. Sure.
But so did number 3, as so it's kind of like, I mean, it's really picking like what
Yeah.
you want to do with it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I'm with you, and I think that's kind of why I leaned a little bit more to 3, because I think you can do anything with 3.
Yeah.
Anything.
Right.
My last question is like, my question about 1 was, what's going to stand up better in a cocktail, 1 or
Right.
3? And 3.
I agree.
You know,
I
and
agree.
so
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
unique.
It
Yeah.
stays.
Well, and with-
It stays on your
Yeah.
palate longer.
Yeah.
One is tight and short, and 3 stays long and strong.
Well, again, I think that's how.
We don't know what that
What Reid
means.
just said, I feel like it's almost, it's a compliment, but it's almost a detriment as far as what we're doing. As far as
Right.
like, number 1, what you just said, like, that's just easy on you, and like
it's
we don't
keeping you
want
right
our
now.
barrel, like we want it to be unique and different. There's plenty of stuff that we sell,
Yeah.
and that we're gonna sell at the other bar that's easy, and
Oh,
it's like,
yeah.
it's, like we want it to be like, well, this is ours and
Right.
it's different.
I agree.
We spend
Because
time thinking
this is
about
what this is what we put our name on.
I
So
agree.
we don't want it to be like a
easy and light, mass produced.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
so-
that's so I think it's kind of fallen into that trap a little bit. Which once again, they're all great.
I feel like
Yeah.
if we have a special opportunity, we need to have a special bottle.
right.
Yeah.
So
And that one,
I think that.
are we in agreement here?
Yeah, I think we're 100% in agreement that
Yeah.
the third pick is definitely the way to go. This one is an outstanding barrel from Russel Reserve. I think the age is about 9.5 years on that barrel, which is pretty standard for their picks. It came proof to us at 120, which is really exciting because it's fun to drink it at proof, but it'll come in a bottle to us at 110. So we added some water, it opened up nice. It has everything we're looking for and more. Can't wait to get this one in. This is going to be a really exciting bottle for us to have.
Fantastic.
yes.
Good job,
Number
guys.
3.